Welcome to episode 4 of Kid Talk plus Mom Thoughts, a family chat with Alex and Maurice. Today we are going to talk about changes and why sometimes changes they can be a little bit tricky but also exciting. Before we start, we want to apologize for not uploading last Saturday. I was really unwell and I have only just recovered. But don't worry guys, from now on we will be posting episodes every Saturday, so you can join us for regular family chats. Now that we got that out of the way, let's begin our chat. So almost 3 weeks ago, Alice and Maurice started a new academic year. And initially we thought that they would begin this year at a new school, but for reasons out of our control, that didn't happen, or so we thought. 1 week into the academic year, we received a call from the other school saying that they had spaces for Alex and Maurice and that they could start right away, which it was something unexpected, and it was just literally out of the blue. So I'm going to ask the kids a couple of questions because this was the first time that they changed to a new school. And I feel like sometimes changes can give you sort of like, it can scare you or make you feel uncomfortable. But sometimes changes are good. So let's begin. So guys, let's start with Maurice. Do you remember what happened that Friday?
On Friday, it was my PE, and I was with my group at PE, and we were doing like gymnastics or something.
So how do you receive? Because of course so the school called me and I called your daddy, meaning my husband, and practically they told me we have spaces, they can start right away. So we were thinking, because we discussed it, we're thinking they could start maybe in 2 weeks, but then at the same time we're saying like, why wait 2 weeks if they have the chance to go literally next week? And so it doesn't make it so difficult for them, because they're starting a new year and every school have different ways of teaching. So who told you the news? Because of course we didn't tell you, because at that point you were at school. So who told you?
Do you know that woman that works in the office?
Yeah.
Yeah, she told us.
She just came into your classroom and told you?
No, she was telling the teacher something. Then she just came into the class and told me.
And what was you feeling? What did you feel?
I was feeling actually happy.
Were you confused? Because of course we didn't know that was gonna happen that fast. Were you confused? Were you were just happy?
Yes.
Okay, cool. What about you, Alexander? How did you find out that Friday about you moving schools?
So my teacher was going to the office, and I was talking to my friend, and then she came in and called me to talk to her, and she said that I'm moving schools to a school, and she told me, can I share it to the class? And I said yes, and then was sharing it to class. But I was scared because my friends I had friends in that school, and I didn't know that if I can make more friends in our new school. So I was scared.
Oh, thank you for sharing how you truly feel. So when you said, Alex, that the teacher shared the news to your class, what did your friends said? Or did they, I don't know, because you have been there since you were small, so it has been there for like, you have been there for a while now. So the other teachers came to say goodbye. What happened?
So I had a best friend, like the best friend I ever had, and his name was Naksh, and he was my friend, and he was a little bit worried because I saw his face, and some of my friends were a little bit worried. So my teacher told the class to like say good things to me. So we when we left school, my dad obviously told me that we were leaving schools, and we were like we were trying to check the school because the school we were trying to check it, and I loved the place because one of my friends from my school is in the new school, so we play with him a little bit in our old school. So I feel a little bit scared because I didn't know my friend was in the our new school. Yeah, like that.
So now you touch an important point. So I remember, as you say, because so um so Daddy and myself went to the school before, right? So we could check because we spoke to you guys and we say if we go and check the school and we don't like it, there's no point of you going and checking the school. But because they said they didn't have spaces, we didn't even bother taking you guys to have a look at the school. So what we did is it was like, okay, we leave it like that until we hear back from the school saying that they have spaces. But because they said that Friday that they have spaces and you guys were gonna start the next Monday, so I spoke to my husband, to your daddy, and I said, okay, what if I speak to the school for the kids to go and see the school so they don't feel like, because it's the first day, you need to know like where you're going, like how is the school, is small, all these little details that might mean nothing for some people, for other people I think might mean a lot. So sometimes if we can help our children, make them feel more more secure. Oh yeah, I know where is this. Oh, I've seen the people, like, that work at school. So yeah, I remember I was speaking to your daddy, and I said, okay, like the kids needs to go and check the school, and they have given us a time. So he was trying to hurry up to go and pick you up and take you to the school so you can have a look around. So now the other question I have, when you went to look around, what was your first impression? Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay,
My
Maurice,
first,
what was your first impression?
it was when we went outside into the playground. I love that the ball car was really big, because in my old school the ball car wasn't, it was really small, but in this school it was really big.
Regarding that, I have another question. When you saw the people working there, like the teachers, did you get the chance to meet your teacher, Maurice?
Yeah.
So what was your first impression about your teacher?
That because I was thinking that I would not meet my teacher, but I met my teacher, and my teacher was really kind.
Did you get the chance to meet your class as well?
Yeah, I didn't see them inside my class. I only got to see them inside the computing room.
Okay. What about you, Alex? What was your first impression when you went to see the school for the first time?
My first impression was when I saw my teacher, because my teacher loves science, and I love science because science makes me happy. Yeah, that's what I loved.
Did you get the chance to meet your classmates?
Yeah,
And what do you think?
my classmates were looking at me like suspiciously, but but I thought that because obviously when it was my first day to go to my old school that I went before when I was small, I thought I'll have friends, but I didn't have friends. But I had friends in the second day. So when I went to the school and we checked, I thought that I'll have more friends in than I had than I have had the friends at my old school.
So when you say, oh, you felt that you were gonna have more friends in this school, did that make you feel a little bit excited and less nervous about the first day?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, um, so what was the first thought that came into your head when you knew you were moving schools? Who wants to go first, Alex or Maurice?
As you can go first if you want.
My thought was, I thought that I would have friends, but I did have friends when it was my first day at school.
Okay. But your first thought was like, oh my god, I'm nervous. Oh my god, I'm excited. What was your first thought like? What were you thinking once you heard your teacher say you're moving to schools?
Nervous.
Okay. What about you, Maurice?
I felt like happy because when I went into the computing room with the head teacher and my dad and Alex, we went into the computing room and everyone saw me and Alex and they thought we were new and we were new in the school. So they were shouting our names and telling us, "Hey Alex, hey Maurice, hey Alex, hey Maurice," and that made me really happy.
Okay. So I have another question, guys. Were you guys scared of the change?
I wasn't really scared of the change because I wanted to leave that school because before, first of all, I didn't have that many friends. I had lots of friends, but not that many friends.
Okay, Maurice, thank you very much. What about you, Alexander? Were you scared of the change?
Yes, because I had lots of friends in my old school, and I thought that I wouldn't have less friends in less friends. I have less friends in my new school because I didn't know about our new school because we didn't check because obviously my mom and dad thought that because they didn't have space for year 5 but they only had space for year 6. I was a little bit worried because maybe my brother will stay in my old school and I'll stay in this new school, and I always like being next to my brother because he enjoys me. I enjoy him.
No, that's nice. Another important question, guys. How did you overcome the fear?
Well, I didn't really have a fear, so I don't really know because I didn't have a fear.
But what about you, Alex? Because you were a little bit worried. So how did you overcome the fear?
I felt a little bit worried, and when we checked the school, our new school, I felt a little bit happy because one of my friends in my old school was there. But when my teacher told me that I was moving schools, I didn't know that I had a friend in my new school, so I was a little bit worried. But when I saw my friend in my new school, I felt a little bit happy because then I already made a first friend in my first day of seeing the school.
But so you think by you knowing that somebody from the previous school was gonna be attending the new school, that kind of help you fear fade away?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So guys, do you think changes are good sometimes?
Yes, because if you're like in a place for a very, very long time, that means you're gonna just get bored. And there's so many places you can go to, but you're just staying in the same place forever.
Okay. And you cannot say like if you stay also in the same place, you don't see the new opportunities or the new things. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Alexander? Do you think changes are good sometimes?
Yes, because when you make changes, you get to you get to like discover the world. Cause
Oh.
when you like go to like theme parks or schools, you know you when you grow up and you want to go there, you'll know how to go there because you have been there for a long time. And then if you have like a kid and your kid wants to go to the same school as you, then you'll know how to get there because you already been there. So that's what I mean.
So, do you think, because you say something really, I think, really powerful, so you think that when sometimes we, I mean, in adults, children, we refuse change, you think that we stop ourselves from discovering the world and discovering new things?
Yes, because you're supposed to be like because when you're born, you don't know about the world, but when you're like 10, you'll know about the world because you have been to places and schools. So the more you travel, the more you know.
Yeah, that's good. So, I'm gonna have another question. Uh, can you think of a change that turned out better than you expected? Is there any change that you have had in your life that you were like worried about, but it turned out better than you expected?
Well, once I was in my old house, and then we moved into this new house, and it actually turned out really good.
Are you enjoying living here?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Alex? Um can you think of any change that turned out better than you expected?
Yes. When we were in the old house, I was worried because we were moving to a new house. And when we were checking the house, I felt a little bit happy. But when my mom and dad tricked me and said that we're going to check it again, we actually were living in the house. And I was feeling a little bit worried because I didn't actually know about the house because we just checked it. So I was a little bit worried and I was a little bit sad that we moved because I had a little bit memories like my family treated me well in my old house. So I thought that in my new house I wouldn't like have fun because you know when you travel you don't you actually feel like sad because you haven't been there before, or you might feel worried because you don't know what's gonna happen when you're gonna go there.
Mm-hmm. Now I have another question. Is there a type of change that you find more difficult than others? For example, if we move houses, that's a change. But what about, do you think compared to moving schools, is moving schools more difficult than moving houses, or what change is more difficult than others?
I think moving homes is actually is actually worse than moving schools because you have memories in your home when you've been playing around. You have memories in there.
Yeah. What about you, Alex?
I think that it'll be worse when you move schools because you have memories of your friends and you won't be able to remember your friends anymore because you might like move schools and you might not see them until you're adult and you might not remember them and they might not remember you.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like when you move, when you make those sort of changes and they feel upset, like, oh my God, I'm never gonna see you again, or whatever, it's up to you to put the effort to try to see those friends, to kind of say, okay, I'm giving you my mom's number so we can, I don't know, maybe you can come to my house next Friday or something. So it's also us putting the effort to, to make the changes less difficult. Now, guys, what would you advise someone who is nervous about a big change? What would you tell them?
I'll tell them to just be happy.
What about you, Alex?
Sorry, what's the question again?
So the question was, what advice would you give someone who is nervous about a big change?
I'll just tell them to like don't worry because God like always protects you and he always like be kind to you, but like when you move schools, God still protects you because he's kind and he makes sure that the world is like better.
Oh, that's really sweet. So I'm not gonna lie, even though I was not moving the schools, it was you. I was also a little bit nervous because as a mom, you always want to ensure that your children are always happy. And when you make decisions like this, which is important because the school is a daily, it's on a daily basis. You go on a daily basis. It's not like, oh my God, you go every 3 months. So I was worried and I was a little bit nervous that you guys were not gonna enjoy it. But the fact that the first day you came back from school and you say, "Mommy, I enjoyed it so much," and the fact that you enjoy that the school is talking about God and all those things, it made me feel so happy. And every day that I see you, that you come back from school and you tell me about your day, and you tell me about what you learn or about your new friend, and all these little things for me mean a lot, because for me it gives me a peace of mind to know that you guys are feeling happy, that the decision was the best decision for everybody. I also think, because I remember, guys, I don't know if you guys remember that you were so excited to start in the new school, and when you knew that you were going back to the old school, you were like, "Oh, mommy, but we want to go to the new school." And I don't know if you guys remember that I said, like, put it in God's hands. And if you say, "God, I want to move to a new school," but if you know if you know that this is gonna be the best for us, please allow the doors to open. But if this is not gonna be good for us, please just keep it as it is. And I feel like, for me, knowing the fact that you guys are happy, for me, is a sign from God saying, yes, it was a good move, it was necessary for everybody. And I remember before, even like normal things as of waking up in the morning to go to school, to the old school, you didn't want to do it, and every day in this school, because it's closer to our house, you have the opportunity to wake up even later, like a later time. And I see you waking up so early, so excited by yourselves. So that tells me that you guys are happy, and I'm grateful to God, because if you guys are happy, I said it before, I'm happy. So yeah. Okay, guys, so I just appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate you sharing feelings that sometimes people are not willing to share, because some people feel like, oh my God, they feel scared to share that sometimes they are having fear, or sometimes they are sad, or they're they are not they are just not open to share what they truly feel. And the fact that you actually open up yourselves and share how you felt on this major change in your lives, and in fact even give advice on what to do if you are having any sort of fear, I do appreciate it. With that, guys, we want to wrap up this episode with a lovely saying that goes, change is the only constant, and sometimes it brings the most beautiful surprises. So I hope this saying brings you happiness. I hope this saying makes you think about your new change. And with that, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have got lots more fun family chats coming your way, guys. And thank you very much for listening to us, and have a lovely day.
See you next time, friends.
Yay! And remember, changes can be fun.
See you on the flip side.